Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today, we're taking a look at from the Transformers Legacy Evolution line. This is Dinobot Swoop and Scarr. These are the next two in the line of core class Dinobots that will actually combine to form Volcanicus. Scarr is an all-new character introduced for the line, basically because the Dinobots are a six. We're going to be a six combiner team, and instead of using Slash, they created a new mold that's an Ankylosaurus to homage and basically confirm the fact that these guys are going to get repainted into the Monster Bots and Dino Force. And really, just look at the back there, the hand component. That's exactly what Monstructor and Dino King used. Um, I mean, you know, that it's a foregone conclusion. We've even already heard rumors that it will be like targeted. One of them will be a Target exclusive set. So, but let me just say right off the bat, both are really fantastic, really nice. I like the look. I especially like the look of Scarr, which, by the way, Scarr is fair. Like the way the name is spelled, it's just Scarr. So they added one more R. I thought there was going to be a K, but they probably didn't go that route to avoid confusion with the Incredible Hulk's son, Scarr. But Swoop right here, this is the best Dinobot thus far. And I think it's going to be the best Dinobot, period, because I don't see Snarl doing anything extraordinary. But it's also the best core figure, Legends, Legion class, whatever you want to call it, that I've handled in a long time. The transformation is excellent. Articulation, it's really great. And the fact that they combine. I mean, nothing with Swoop that involves the combination hinders the robot or the beast or the dinosaur, the pteranodon, pterodactyl, whatever it is. So somebody, I'm just going to say, if they just upsize this, maybe few little bells and whistles here, and this is what we get as leader class Swoop for the Studio Series 86 line, I'll be happy. But that's about it for the overview. I think we'll just pause and we'll take a look at Swoop. Okay, with Swoop, we're starting off in the pterodactyl or pteranodon mode. I don't know really which one it's supposed to be, but those are two separate dinosaurs. The one little complaint I might have has to do with the weapon storage. Yes, it can fit under the wing, which I think is great, but these blasters, which obviously combine to form the fist of Volcanicus, can only peg on a certain way, and that's basically with oh, I don't know, tight. With the little robot grips facing outward, which means if you were just going to go from wing to hand, uh, you would have that opening facing out. I prefer to have the openings facing in. And I think it has to do with the fact that the little peg, like this one can fit on either wing. This one can only fit over here, and I think it's because of the little post there that combines them. So, and you can leave these on for the transformation. You can actually store them in robot mode, but I just took them off for just ease of transformation to, any clarity and what have you. Which, by the way, the transformation is obviously very easy, and I'm sure you guys can figure out what it is. First thing we're going to do is fold, I'm going to come underneath and unpeg the arms here. There's little tabs that go into the side right there on the leg. You can leave them in for this part, which is folding out the knees, but just in case, like as you saw right there, the hip moved a little, just to avoid any type of potential breakage, just unpeg it. Next, what you want to do is just fold up the wings, tab slot, just like so, and just like so, and then you can separate the legs, bring the dinosaur head down over the chest, and then bring Swoop's head forward. And there you go. You got Swoop in its dinosaur or robot mode. Ooh, you can go ahead then and just let's peg the weapons into the hand. Very nice. And as we kind of assumed, these are molded in white, but they were painted over in a glossy black. In terms of articulation, Swoop's got a ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, ball jointed hips, hinged knee, but that's really more for the transformation. You have a swivel here, and you even have a little bit of a waist. So basically, any type of positioning you want to do with Swoop, you can do. Anything, any way you want it to move, any position, it can do it. And let's just get a close up here of the head. Very nice head, by the way. Yeah, that's Swoop. I can hear Michael Bell talking right now. One little issue I have is that how these shoulders rotate on the ball joint, and you actually want to try to keep them as straight as possible for the Pteranodon or dinosaur mode. Reason being is it does affect how, when the weapons are pegged in, the wings will sit, and it will be a little non-symmetrical. I guess the term would be asymmetrical, but yeah, I really like Swoop. So what we'll do now is we will pause and we will come back and take a look at Scarr. Okay, and now here's Scarr. And as I mentioned, Scarr is the new Dinobot that they created for this line. And obviously, the reason why they didn't go with Slash is because they needed an Ankylosaurus to fill out for the Dinoforce team. Which is kind of funny when you think about it, that the Dinoforce team, the dinosaurs were pretender shells. The inner robots look nothing like dinosaurs. So I'm very curious to see what exactly they're going to do. And it's really, I just don't think in that regard it's going to be, and even with Moonstructor and the Monster Bots, I don't think it's going to look anything close to what we're expecting. But this is a very nice Ankylosaurus, and I know a lot of people were excited because those of a certain generation grew up loving dinosaurs, and well, the Ankylosaurus is a fan favorite. So to get into the transformation, you want to come off to the back here, remove the weapon, which is also the giant robot hand. So we'll just put that off to the side. You can straighten the dinosaur legs out. There are little nubbins on the side there that kind of hold it in place, but not really. And then what you want to do is flip out the legs, just like so. Flip down the front legs, just like that. They kind of show you to leave them up, but I kind of feel like that they sit a little bit better like this. And then what you can do is separate the arms here. And let's talk about this for a moment, because when going into dinosaur mode, you really need to realize that you're not just turning on that hinge there, you need to actually rotate the arm on the ball joint, and especially going back so it sits properly. So once that is done, go ahead, rotate the figure at the waist, split the legs, come around the back here, flip this back section down, and then you can flip the dinosaur head down, which does come separate in the packaging, I guess just for storage, what have you. And there you go. There is Scarr. Does have a head swivel, so there's the head there. Something a little more traditional to the Dinobots, the black head, that neutral like face. But as I mentioned, we have ball joints in the shoulders, no elbows or anything like that. Ball joint at the hips, ball joint at the knee. You can move. I would move like those. You can move those dinosaur legs out of the way just for the movement right there. You have a waist, which is nice, and of course we can just have it hold its weapon. I mean, this is one thing I kind of like about Swoop and Scarr is the fact that both of them like come with their, because of the hand. The hands are blasters. They they come with like recognizable weapons, unlike some of the other guys like Grimlock and Slag, who were just what was it? It was clearly extra pieces meant for Volcanicus that they're saying they can use as a blaster. But very nice, simple figure. Uh, kind of, I think you should kind of got to fiddle with it a little to get it to look like it's standing right. I guess you got to position the legs like that. So, but you can get some good, nice poses out of it. So, what we'll do now is we will pause and I will show you how to turn them into their limb modes. Okay, for the transformation, as you can see, I decided to leave Scarr in its robot mode and I returned Swoop to its dinosaur mode. I just noticed that with Scarr, it's easier to transform in robot mode, and Swoop, you can really go either way, but I think it's a little bit easier to do it from the dinosaur mode. The instructions show you doing it from dinosaur mode, so there's that. So I think we'll start with Scarr. Go ahead, remove the weapon, peg the legs together, rotate the figure around, just like that at the waist, and we're going to close up the chest, just like so. And you can bring it together. Bring the dinosaur head up, and there's like a little center section here that's will sort of like groove in, and it's a little tricky to do. And I noticed that if you don't have the arms properly like centered, that could be an issue with it. Bring the dinosaur legs down like that. Oh, so I'm sorry, I made a mistake there. You want to actually not rotate them, but just bring it around like that. So you basically want the spikes all even like that, by mistake. And then you can just grab the weapon here and peg the hand in like so. And there you go, ready to connect. As you can see, unfortunately, there is no elbow joint, but it's there. So let's bring in Swoop. First thing with Swoop, go ahead and peg the weapon, the two hands, sides of the weapons, two blasters, two sides of the fist together. Just peg them in and just like that. And it will form. And by the way, just so you, I don't know if it's clear, but Swoop has a molded fist with a thumb. So this is the left hand, and this is a molded fist with the thumb, which is the right hand. So they actually are fixed hands. Come in with Swoop. Just first thing you want to try to do is come in here and lift up the central piece. And unfortunately, this is where I actually have a little bit of a problem, because this is a tight joint. And let me just say, I've chipped more nails on Transformers in the last 2 years than I have before. And it is very tricky to do. It sits very snug. And unfortunately, it's not like there's anything that comes with it, and I am like just chipping my thumbnail so that it's falling off. Oh, that's wonderful. All right. Well, okay, I had to go grab my spudger. So just bring the spudger in and bring that up. And you just want to bring it up so it sits, flush like that. Next, what you can do is fold the legs out, separate the arms, rotate the figure around at the hips. You're going to bring the arms back in, and what they're going to do now is they will peg into right under the armpit. There's some slots, and the forearms are going to sit in a little. You would think you would rotate them or something, but it doesn't. So and then what you can do is fold the wings up, bring it up like that, They sit a little outward like so, and then grab the fist. And there are two tabs that we were using for dinosaur mode that you can just use now to peg the fist in. So there you go. You have the two arm modes done. Let me adjust the camera slightly because we're going to bring in what we have of Volcanicus thus far. And there's the peg, the hole right there, just pegs right in. There you go. And of course, doing so, you might disturb a few things. Oh, standing on one leg still. Nice. So then go ahead. And then just peg them in just like that. And really, that's all that is supporting. That's the articulation for the arm, is just that peg. So you just have that forward and back, a little bit more on the joint there. You can bend the arm in. You have an armpit joint. You have that like reverse bend there, but that's about it. So, yep. That's about all. And look, the figure's standing. So I think what we'll do now is we will come back and I will give you my final. Obviously, if you want to complete Volcanicus, you need to get Swoop and Scarr. But on their own, they are fantastic figures, with Swoop being the best. If you just want to get Swoop and you're not interested in the combiners, then definitely pick it up. It's a fantastic figure, and like I said, one of the best core Legion Legends class figures I've ever handled. Scarr is nice, but I think it's just the newness of finally having a Ankylosaurus as a Dinobot robot. Transformation is easy. The combined modes the arm modes are there, and like I said, you need them to complete Volcanicus. Now, I got these figures from commandstore.com. They're in stock there now. Other retailers haven't gotten them yet, so there's really no point to start keeping an eye out, but usually if Command Store gets something, it'll be a good month or two before it starts showing up at other retailers. But that's about it for the review. If you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. It always helps with the communicate to YouTube through their algorithms that my channel should be exalted and held upon high. If you want to make the ultimate sign of support, I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you to help me help you bring figures like this to you, as well as keep up the infrastructure of the channel. But as I always say, Patreon is just a cherry on top of an already generous sundae. Your views are more than thanks enough. So, that's it. Once again, that's about it. This is your old pal Chuck for Swoop and Scarr. We will see you next time.